I'm now going to show you how easy it is for an end user to build and create charts and reports for themselves and change the layouts of the dashboards provided to them. The first thing we're going to do is go to the left-hand side of the screen and pop out the slider of the dashboards available to this user. And I'm quickly going to search for another dashboard with the name of sales, and it filters all of those dashboards in this example. And I'm going to pick the sales people dashboard under the stores. By selecting that, it will redraw all of the information on the page, and the data that it's accessing could be from multiple databases, and it also is real-time live transactional information. We don't need to move data with Panintelligence. What we can also do on this screen is add some additional charts or change the layout as this user. So on the top right hand corner of each cell you'll notice 3 dots. By selecting that, it gives me some options, and these options can be disabled for users or enabled, and it's a licensing part of how we deploy Panintelligence. In this example, I'm going to start to split some cells on the bottom half of the screen. This will give me 2 extra spaces to either bring in a chart from the library or create a new chart. On the first chart cell, I'm going to select Replace Chart from Library, and this will give me all of the charts that are available to me in the library. So the first thing I'm going to do is have a look at the sales by hour of the day and bring that in from the library. So now have a view of information for stores by hour of the day, by store, and also against target. But I may also want to bring in some additional information. So what I'm going to do is create a new chart on this page by selecting the plus sign on the right hand cell. This opens the chart designer window, and again, when people are building charts, they will only see the information that they're available to see even as they build. On this screen you'll see all of the different databases that we're connected to, and also the legend items for the first chart that I'm going to build. I'm going to select the database which is called Retail New, and this has got the stores information that I'm looking for. And if I expand these out, we can see all of the different fields that are within those databases that I might want to report on. But I know that I'm looking for a measure that I want to display that is going to be called number of sales. So if I start to type in sales, it will give me all of the different fields within the databases I'm connected to, and I'm going to select number of sales. On the x-axis, I'm going to start to explore that data by the data that I've got in the system. So I can now look at number of sales by sales year, by quarter, by salesman. In this case, I'm going to have a look at on a monthly basis so I can see a pattern of those sales. When I'm happy with that, I can start to change the different options. I may choose to change the different chart type or select a donut chart, but actually I'm going to stick with the bar chart because it's the best representation of the data for me. I'm also going to change some of the colours and the targets. In this case, I want to be able to see very quickly and easily where those sales are over and under a certain range. In this case, if they're greater than 2,000, in fact we'll make it 3,000 in this scenario, we're going to make them green. So by selecting the colour wheel at the top and applying that, that will change it on the screen for me. But I'm also going to want to be notified if it's under 1,000. So if I say that it's less than 1,000, I would like the chart to change colour to red. So now I have a chart that represents the data that I want to look at. I'm going to create a drill path behind this. On the far left of the screen, this is where we can add additional drill levels into this chart. In this case, I'm going to change this chart type to a table so that I can see the transactional line information. I've got the number of sales in this example, but I'm going to add some additional fields. So I'd like to be able to see some additional store information. So I'd like to see which region that has come from. I'd also like to see who the store manager is, the store name, and I may also want to see the salesperson's name as well. So we'll just put the salesperson's ID in here as well as the salesperson's store. So now I've got a picture of the data that I'd like to see at that level. I'm going to call this today's demo chart and save that, and that is in the library for any other person who wishes to use that and select it. It will also work automatically with all the filters in the page. So if I want to now look at this just by a particular salesperson and press apply, it will work automatically with all of those charts. Again, if I select all salesmen and was to maybe just look at this by a particular year, say 2012, again, it's looking at that data and drawing that live and working with all of the charts on the page. And just to show you, we can drill down into that transaction line data, and also we can take that data out to Excel very simply and easily. So it's very quick and easy for any non-technical user to build the charts and reports they need from the data and databases within your organisation. You don't need to have any skills technically to be able to do that. Hopefully today's demonstration gives you that picture.